Lively Game of the Day. Truniht versus izanagi007. Rachel versus Olaf.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Semi-original guy, aka Mr. Cannon from Advanced Wars by Web, bringing you another lively game of the day today. Folks, we are playing on the bitter end. This is a standard matchup with the base, light, airport, and comm tower support. Lots of contested properties down the center of this map, folks. It's gonna be a doozy. Now we have izanagi007 versus Truniht today as our players. So, very cool matchup. Olaf versus Rachel. So Rachel does get boosted a tier when it comes to base light live, because missiles are crazy good, folks. Missiles are crazy good, especially when it's base light. They hit more of the army. So that's exactly what we got going on here, folks. So just a couple things really to note about the map. I mean, it's pretty standard matchup. Labs on the HQs. That's about it. That's really the only thing to say about this map. A little bit slow reinforcement from this side and from over here. So the army that is present in the middle of the map that's fighting is very, very valuable, folks, because that reinforcement range is quite long. So you got to keep your troops alive. I think Rachel will have a very good time keeping her troops alive, but Olaf is a wild card, folks. He is a super strong CEO, and izanagi is a super strong commander, aka player, but Truniht also a strong player. So we're gonna go ahead and see what went down the lively today, folks. And on the first few days, folks, you all know the deal. It is the standard infantry builds. You got to get the infantry on the field. 2025, it is still the #1 priority in Advanced by Web. #2 priority in Advanced by Web is making sure you go and grab that comm tower in this matchup, folks, because that comm tower, despite popular belief, is incredibly contested. And if you do not get the comm tower in time, then you are going to get denied that comm tower for the entire game, folks. So definitely make that a minor priority. But don't skip too many properties along the way, folks, because you do need that income. Income is very, very important in Advanced by Web as well. Probably #3 priority in Advanced by Web is definitely get yourself some income, because you want to get enough money to buy damn tanks. So you can see izanagi, no stranger to the tank game, folks. I busted out a tank on day 4, and Truniht also busting out the day 4 tank. Standard day 4 tank, folks. Nothing out of the ordinary. So we already have izanagi here skipping property to jumpstart his captures in the center. So I think that is a very critical thing as well to do. Now this tank is going to be able to get here and or here and be able to jumpstart attacking the center here. So Truniht is also, or not Truniht, but izanagi is also going to have to get this tank up here to start defending over here. Now he will have better odds of grabbing the center because he's already got those infantry in position, folks. So I do like that position quite a bit. Now the property that he sort of jumped over there, you know, you're going to get that property anyways. It is like basically guaranteed to get that property, folks. So you don't necessarily need to capture it right away. And once you pass the 8K threshold in base light, you don't really have to worry too much about property skipping, because you will be able to get your tank and infantry every single turn. It's much, much better to be at 9K, because once you're at 9K, it doesn't matter if you pay for repairs at that point. You can still get the tank infantry out, which is ideal, folks. In the perfect world, that is what you want. Alright, double tank here from Truniht, and izanagi now has 13,000 funds, only now capping the airport, which is perfectly fine. You don't necessarily need the airport right away, but battlecopters are very effective on this map, folks. Do not shy on the air units. You do want to get them air units on the field. Truniht now has an option, folks. He could go in and crash his tank in the most manliest fashion into this Olaf tank sitting on a city from 1-star terrain, or he could just occupy 1-star or 3-star terrain himself. Now he chooses to go 3-star terrain, which is a pretty good idea, folks. So that is going to put a lot of pressure on that comm tower. Like I was saying, those comm towers could be forever denied, folks, if you are not careful, if you're not quick enough get into those comm towers, they are gonna get denied and you're gonna have a bad time. Boom! As you can see, both players now have tanks in position to attack the comm towers. But will they? That is the question. That is the question of the day, folks. Truniht going for that comm tower, though, folks. Showing absolutely no fear. Busting it out. Even putting a tank in range of another tank right here due to the coverage from this secondary tank over here. So I also like that play. I think that is a smart, super good play, indeed. Truniht has an amazing position, though, on this map so far. Occupying 2 cities down here with the tanks. Only possibility of getting struck on one of them. Izanagi a little bit lower on the tempo, I would say, for sure. But the artillery is going to be coming into play here very, very soon. I love artillery in Live League, folks. Do not shy on the artillery. They are definitely super strong. Izanagi not going to be able to go and deny this comm tower. If he goes and denies that comm tower, I can guarantee you that the North is going to fall regardless. So, would not suggest going in for that interrupt. He is going to have to fight without a comm tower for at least a little while. But considering he's got 3 tanks already and a battlecopter along the way, a base gift for a battlecopter, folks, I think he is going to be able to acquire the comm tower. Down south, at least. Alright, Truniht going in for an interrupt and an attack on the tank. Vulnerable tank strike right there, folks. That guy was caught with his pants down in the bathroom. T-Rex just jumped in there and swallowed him whole, folks. That is what it is all about. Catching people with their pants down. Alright. Izanagi going for that comm tower now. Now, there is the potential for an interrupt on this comm tower. Now, you would have to forego a capture in order to do so. Maybe wouldn't necessarily suggest that, but it is definitely an option. But if you do that, then you're going to put yourself at 1k behind where you could possibly be. And considering the presence of Izanagi's army down south, I think if he forgoes that capture, he's probably not going to be getting that at all. And that will leave this game in a very interesting state, where either player could potentially jump ahead in properties. Now, Izanagi going for a property down south at the moment. If he gets that, that is going to put him ahead temporarily. More than likely, Truniht is going to be able to capture the property up north that is neutral still. So that would make it an even game. But Truniht going in for the double hit here. Oh, going in for a double hit on the tank down south as well, taking that boy all the way down to 1. And does capture the property. Does not forego the capture. Goes directly for it. Builds another battlecopter, another tank, another infantry. Standard builds for around 18k, folks. Those are the beauty builds right there. Ooh, what does Izanagi have available to him in order to fend off this attack down south now? Truniht was attacking up north. Now he's attacking down south. Met Izanagi's army head on, folks. Delivered a haymaker of an attack here as the battlecopter moves in. Tank moves in. Tank retreats, other tank moves in, and now all of a sudden Izanagi busting out with the tempo down south, brings the artillery into position. What an absolutely strong position right here, folks. Double tank, backed up by another tank, battlecopter, artillery, 2 infantry shield. I would not be messing with that situation here, folks. If I was Truniht and I saw that with the available units, I would be a little bit worried. But he does have a tank right here, and he does have a tank right here and a battlecopter along the way. Battlecopter chains are coming. Izanagi also has battlecopter chains coming, folks. Dangerously close to the Blizzard as well, folks. Now, Blizzard slept on power. Does basically cut your opponent's movement in half, especially battlecopters, folks. Half movement on battlecopters, 3 movement. That can severely damage the reinforcement chains for Truniht. Is he the kind of person that would go up and pop a Blizzard? Probably not. But you never know, folks. You never know. Oh my god, would you look at the brain on this guy here, folks. Truniht sacks the tank, moves the tank in. I think this is a little bit of a roll, folks. Not really too much of a roll, but definitely a roll of sorts, because I believe this is around 60 to 69%. Yes. 60 to 69% roll right here, folks. Now, Considering there was a lot of chip damage that happened in this tank, I would say it's at least at minimum 50-50 chance, but he goes for it, gets the clear, moves the other tank in to attack the artillery, and he's going to be moving this battlecopter into the position 2. If I was him, I'd probably move the battlecopter right beside the black boat. I think that's probably the strongest position for that boy. Is he going to do it though? That's the question. Doesn't put it beside the black boat, puts it a little bit farther out of range. Now I think he could easily put it right here, and then in the odd chance that he does manage to hit it, at least he gets that +1 heal. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? J-Rock, folks. I don't know if any of you guys know who J-Rock is. Kind of a Canadian legend. But yeah, J-Rock. J to the R-O-C. If anybody knows who J-Rock is, please let me know in the comments, because I would be very, very happy. Anyways, carrying on with the match here, folks. 23 units, 21 units at the moment. Truniht now taking the wheel. Definitely a little bit ahead in the unit count, a little bit lower in the value, but position is looking strong here, folks. Could get a copter strike right here, but would lose the copter in response to that, folks, and that would get Izanagi dangerously close to the Winter Fury. Oh my god, would you look at this? Would you just flippin' look at it? Oh my god, and just like that, folks, we have charged a missile. We have a missile. We're missile gaming now, folks. This is going to be a devastating missile. Devastating missile. Now, one of them is definitely going to hit here. One of them is going to hit here. And then the other one might hit in the middle, I think. That's definitely a possibility, but we shall see. Yes. So one hit in the middle, one hit the tanks, one hit the infantry. So Izanagi did a pretty good job at baiting that missile so that it doesn't hit one core area of the map. So I like that. But considering that we are now down to a 4 HP anti-air and no real other counter, gonna be a little bit of a questionable situation here, folks. Now, I don't think this is so bad. I don't think this is so bad at all. I think we have a play. We have potential for a play, at least. Because you gotta remember, folks, we have Winter Fury. Winter Fury is here. We're gonna be popping it, folks. You can bet your bottom dollar we're gonna be popping that flipping Winter Fury. Now, if you can see by the board state, there's definitely an attack that can happen here, folks. And more importantly, this battlecopter no longer covers this battlecopter. So we could go in, strike this guy, maybe with our anti-air, maybe with our battlecopter, I don't know. But this guy is definitely getting hit. If we go in with battlecopter, it's not going to be a great trade. If we go in with this guy, it's going to be like a decent trade. But there's going to be a lot of KOs here. I can definitely see a lot of KOs happening. So let's see what we do. So we go in with anti-air. I think that's probably the safest, smartest bet. It looks like we're going to get the clear. Yeah, we are going to get the clear on that boy. Boom. He is gone. He's out of here. One-way ticket. Home. No pension. And we get another clear here. Alright, so once again, just like that, Izanagi puts himself into the driver's seat. He definitely got a solid position here, folks. Solid position. There is very little that Truniht is going to be able to do in response to that attack. Battlecopter can't move in. Could move in the 8 HP tank. Could move in this tank, but it can't hit anything. This is a retreat and regroup sort of a turn right here, folks. So let's see what he decides to do. Ooh. Putting the pressure on the caps up north, folks. That is definitely what you got to do. How close are we? This cap just started today. So that's at 12. This guy's at 12. Okay, that's fine. This guy, he's not capping anything. This guy's trying to cap. We're going to get a clear here and a clear here pretty darn soon, though, folks. This penguin is marching menacingly over to this guy, though. If I was this guy, I would be a little bit afraid. Definitely a little bit afraid. What's the actual score here when it comes to units, though? We got 6 tanks, 2 copters, 1 anti-air, 10 infantry. We have 5 tanks, 4 copters. I think it can go either way. Honestly, I think it can still go either way here. Izanagi definitely has a lot more weaker units, but he does have 22k in the bank here, folks. So I'm not saying it's a good idea, but he could do something wild, you know, and like bust out a fighter and just completely ward away all of these battlecopters. But Truniht could just easily bust out an anti-air and put a stop to that. So I'm not really sure what Izanagi should do, but I know for certain that he's not going to be able to crash into the army over by the black boat at the moment with what he has. Might need to regroup and heal quite a few of these units before he considers going in for an attack. And what? Okay, that was 2 + 7. Alright, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, we're going to have to pull back. Cannot fight into that, but did manage to equalize the game here, folks. Does need one more property, though. That's one thing that we need. We need to grab one more property as Izanagi. Otherwise, we are not going to be able to stay in this game for too long. Truniht, realizing that, brings his army down south to attack this capping infantry down here, this penguin. It's going for the caps, folks. Oh, interesting. Alright, so we're bringing battlecopter tank in to attack tank, and then we are regrouping over by the HQ now. Bringing multiple battlecopters forward, interrupting another capture with a tank, bringing an anti-air into position, and another battlecopter to protect that tank. Very smart move. But this battlecopter, actually either the battlecopter or the tank, one or the other, one of them has to interrupt this capture, otherwise it's going to be going through. And I don't really think it's a great idea to go and attack this guy unless we bring this army down. But if we bring this army down, then we're going to be faced with this army crushing us from the side over here. Truniht is going to have to make a very critical choice here, folks. Let's see what he does here. So we're going to get the interrupt on the property with the battlecopter, attack tank with tank, get a clear, attack another tank, bring another tank down, get a big old flip and clear. Alright, so he's doing a great move here. So instead of just recklessly bringing his army down here and sitting by the HQ, he's going in for the attack, found an opening, crushed a few units, and now has a great foothold. There are so many battlecopters in the center. This is like the Bermuda Triangle of battlecopters right here, folks. You do not want to be in the middle of that, otherwise your ship or your copter, your jet or your stealth fighter, anything in the center here is going to sink, and you're not going to be able to find it, folks. You will not be finding that guy anytime soon. Alright, get a snipe of a battlecopter, attacking another battlecopter. And now, once again, folks, we are getting so dangerously close to that missile territory. Our army is incredibly clumped up. If we get snuck missile attacked right here, I fear this could definitely be completely over. Ooh, Izanagi, this is going to be pretty critical here. It's going to be a critical turn. As Truniht pushes in for the attack. 1 bar away from the missile, folks. So this is why Rachel is so powerful on base light, folks. You form an attack like this. If your opponent crashes into this and attacks you, it leaves your entire army in such a vulnerable state that the missile just wipes out anything that attacks you. Like, you could be winning, push your army forward, and then just in one turn your entire army is just completely crippled and destroyed. Let's see what we consider doing here. Ooh, we don't get the roll. Go in for the battlecopter strike. Are we gonna be pushing to get Winter Fear? Oh no. Okay, this is like a double bait right here. This is gonna hit really hard. This is gonna hit hard, folks. This is gonna be like the missile with a capital T-H-E. And it is definitely not gonna miss. Oh my god. Okay, we need to see that again, folks. What is the value right now? 92,000? down to 57,000. Oh my god, look at that missile. Truniht is probably grinning to the max right now after that missile, moving in all the tanks, completely taking out that army. Oh my god. If you folks want to learn how to win this map, folks, you have got to pick Rachel, and you have got to just push, folks. You got to push. What an absolutely banger of a match here, folks. izanagi007 forced to resign. Truniht is the winner today on this map. Congratulations to Truniht. Well played by izanagi. Honestly, Rachel is just so strong here that, like, who can even beat Rachel? If you find two people of like equal skill level, it's so hard to beat Rachel. Rachel is so powerful. So powerful. Broken, folks. Absolutely broken. Sturm's daughter, just crazy. But anyways, hopefully you all enjoyed that one. If you did, consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. And just so you folks know, if you do have replays, live league replays, or any replays that you want me to review on the channel, feel free to send me a message on Discord. I am Mr. Cannon / semi-original guy on the Advanced with BioWeb Discord. I have my own personal Discord in the description below if you want to check that out. You can also send me replays there. Anyways, I will see you on the next one. Take care, and bye-bye for now.